kindergarten students and families. We have been reading The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza. And today, I'm going to show you how to make a pizza from scratch. I have delivered a Trader Joe's bag, and inside has all the ingredients that you need to make your own pizza at home with your family. In the bag, you have yeast, which is to help our pizza dough get big and fluffy. You have 4 cups of flour, which is all the flour you will need to make the pizza. You also have sugar, measured for you, salt, measured for you, tomato sauce, and cheese will be in your bag, ready for you to make your own pizza. First, I'm going to show you how to make the pizza dough. You will need 1 large bowl and 1 small bowl. Before we get started, don't forget to wash your hands. Everybody's bag also comes with a pizza recipe. It tells you all the ingredients that you will need in your pizza and also the steps to making the pizza, which is what I'm going to explain first. So first it says to take the small bowl and we're going to put 1.5 cups of warm water into this bowl, the small bowl. So make sure your water is a little bit warm to touch, not hot, just warm. And I'm just checking. So that's 1.5 cups of water, and I'm going to put it into the small bowl. Next, we want to put the sugar, which is 1/8 of a teaspoon, a small little, just a little pinch of sugar. So you can use the sugar I gave you in the bag. And you just sprinkle that around into the water. And then you take the yeast and open it up. And similarly, just sprinkle the yeast into the bowl as like this, so that it covers all of the water. And then I'm just going to set a timer for 5 minutes and wait 5 minutes until the yeast looks bubbly. Now, while we're waiting for the yeast to finish activating, we're going to take our large bowl and we're going to put the flour and the salt into the bowl. We need 4 cups of flour, which I already measured for you in your flour bag. So you can just put all of your flour into the bowl. But I'm going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of flour into my bowl, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So the salt that you have in your bag is already measured for you. That is 1 teaspoon. So you can just dump your whole bag of salt into the flour. So the timer has stopped for my bowl of water. And right now I'm just going to mix the flour and the salt a little bit with a spoon. And then I'm going to make a little bit of a hole right in the middle of my flour. Looks like this. And that way I can pour the water and the oil into the middle of my flour. And we did not put oil in the bag, so you'll need to use some oil from home. Any kind of oil will do. I'm using olive oil, and I'm gonna put a quarter cup of olive oil into the middle of my flour bowl. And you might want oil for later too. Sometimes you need a little extra oil for the dough. And then I'm going to take my bowl of water and I'm also going to mix that into my flour. I'm just going to grab a knife So you'll want a knife, like a butter knife, and maybe a spatula as well to help you get all of the water and yeast out of the small bowl. All right, and then you just use the knife and start to mix all the dry flour in with the wet oil and the wet water. And I'm gonna start with a knife, but then I'm gonna start to use my hands. So again, it's very important that you wash your hands before you get started on this. And make sure you have good, clean hands, because we're gonna be using our hands, just like the Little Red Hen does, to make the pizza dough. So as you can see, it's still pretty dry, but I've mixed in as much as I can with the knife. So now I'm gonna start to use my hands and bring the dough together in like a squishy motion. This is really fun. This is kind of like playing with Play-Doh. So you're gonna push it all together until you get all that moisture, all the water and oil mixed in with the dry flour, so there's nothing dry left. And it does take a little bit of time and effort. It's a good exercise too. If you're making this with your family, you could take turns as a family, each of you taking a turn to help bring the dough together. And then once you make it into one ball of dough, that's when you can move it onto the counter and start kneading it on the counter. But you're gonna wanna put some extra flour, if you have some at home, down on the counter before you do that so the dough doesn't stick. Okay, and my dough is still looking pretty dry, so I think I'm gonna add a tiny bit more water to this mix. Just a little more water to that, and see how that helps to get it all up. And if you're getting a lot of dough stuck to your hands, you can also put flour on your hands, and that will help so that it doesn't stick like it's sticking to my hands right now. Okay, so now you can see that I put flour down on my counter space. Again, if you don't have flour at home or a good counter space, you could also use like plastic wrap or paper or wax paper or a pan to start kneading the dough. If you remember in the story of the Little Red Hen, the Little Red Hen also had to do this part where you push the dough and you fold it and you push it until you really get a nice round wet ball of dough. And I'm gonna do this for 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna keep on working on that for 10 minutes. Okay, so I have been kneading my dough for 10 minutes and it looks pretty good. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of turn it into a big ball. And now it's time to let the dough rise, which means that we're gonna put it back in the bowl and let it get bigger. About double in size, so 2 times the size of this, like a balloon blowing up all by itself. So first I'm gonna go back to my big bowl and put a little bit of my oil inside that bowl. And take a paper towel or a towel and you can just rub it around. You wanna get the oil all around the inside of the bowl so that when the dough rises, it doesn't stick in there. So my bowl is all nice and oiled, and I'm gonna put my ball of pizza dough inside in the middle, just like that. And then you can take a wet dish towel, just a little bit damp, or you can use plastic wrap. And basically you're just gonna cover up that bowl. And then you're gonna let that sit for about 30 minutes until the dough doubles in size. Okay, so I let the dough rise for a half an hour, and as you can see, it's much bigger now. This is enough dough to make 2 pizzas. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do next. Pound your dough down and make it into that nice ball again. And you can just basically use your fingers to break the dough in half. That way you have 2 balls of dough for 2 pizzas. And you can even make it smaller if you want to make little personal pizzas. You could cut this in half again, and you could make little personal pizzas for each person in your family. So I'm going to make my pizza dough into a ball, and then you can wrap a ball up with saran wrap and put it in the freezer if you don't want to make your pizza right away. Or you can roll it out with a rolling pin or a bottle. If you don't have a rolling pin, something that's cylindrical, we can put some more flour down on the counter to keep the dough from sticking. And then also put some flour on your hands and on the top of the ball, and then on the rolling pin like this. And then you're gonna roll out your dough. And again, if you don't have a rolling pin, you can use something else that is shaped like a rolling pin to push it down. Or you could even just use your hands to stretch the dough in all directions. And if you're going to use just your hands, sometimes it might be better to make smaller pizzas so you can get thinner crust. But you really want your crust to be nice and thin. So you're going to roll it out quite a bit, and you might have to turn it in different directions to get that nice circle shape. And again, sometimes you can just kind of stretch it out with your fingers like this. Let the weight of the dough pull it down in all the different directions. And then you're also going to want to set your preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Here is my oven. So I'm gonna preheat the oven to 425 degrees and let that heat up while I'm rolling out my dough. Remember, I asked you to look and see what kind of pans you have at home. I have a circle pizza pan, but if you don't have a circle pizza pan, that's fine. You can also use a rectangle pan. If you're going to use a rectangle pan, make sure that when you roll out your dough, you just roll it out into the shape of whatever pan you're going to use. Another small tip, if you don't want your pizza dough to stick to your pizza pan, put some flour on your pan or some oil before you put the dough onto it. Once you've got the dough to the right shape, a circle or a rectangle, you're going to go ahead and just put it on your pan. When the oven is preheated, we're going to pre-bake the dough for 8 minutes. The oven is all preheated to 425 degrees, so I am going to stick my pizza in the oven. So right now, I don't have any tomato sauce or cheese on it yet. I'm just going to bake it a little bit first before I put on the toppings. So I put it in the oven, and I am going to bake it for 8 minutes. When your pizza comes out of the oven, the pizza dough, it's going to feel a little hard and it might be bubbly. That means it's ready for your toppings. Now we're ready to add our toppings. I'm going to go ahead and take some tomato sauce and just pour it right on and spread it around my pizza dough. You can use a spoon to spread your tomato sauce. Everybody has a jar or can of tomato sauce in their bag of pizza ingredients. And some people like a lot of sauce, some people don't like a lot of sauce. So add as much sauce as you like. I like a lot of sauce. And then on top of the tomato sauce, you're going to sprinkle the mozzarella and cheese mix that I gave you. I know we all like a lot of cheese, right? Spread your toppings all around. And I also added a jar of pineapples, cubed pineapples in your bag if you want to try it. It's really good to have a pineapple pizza. Okay, now this is going back in the oven at 425 degrees. I'm gonna bake it for about 10 more minutes. And then our pizza will be ready to eat. It's been 10 minutes and this pizza looks ready to eat. Please be careful when you take your hot pizza out of the oven, and then you can cut it up with a knife, any knife, or a pizza cutter, and eat it with your family. Have a wonderful time sharing your pizza, and I hope you had fun making it too. Happy pizza party!